Welcome to another round table. I don't know if the table's round or not. We'll find out. It's a music roundtable featuring the hosts of Daily Music Headlines. I'm Tom Merritt, executive producer of DMH and moderator for today's panel. We're going to look back on 2025, favorite stories, favorite music, all that stuff. But let's introduce the panel first. Host of Coverville and Daily Music Headlines, the inimitable Brian Ibbott.
I'd like to see somebody try and imit me.
Don't imit Ibbott.
I am inimitable.
Do not imit. That's what that says on front of his house.
Try and imit.
Next, producer extraordinaire, who you should also not try to imit. Daily Music Headlines host and my wife, Eileen Rivera.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the holiday soon. I'm so excited.
The last time we did a round table, I feel like your background was more green.
I spent the last 2 days painting. I have a new color in my office. I'm very excited. And now I have to reorganize. I was in pain on Monday and Tuesday during that. That was, oh my gosh, I did it on my own. It's not perfect, but it's good. And
it looks good.
I like the new color, so I'm going to figure out, the furniture and other things like, lighting and stuff like that. I'm very excited. So it'll be new for the new year. It's called Desert Beige.
Desert Beige. Okay.
Yeah, not the beige you get in the city.
Yeah.
But pretty much taupe. Yeah, sure.
Otherwise known as Michael Beige.
Michael Beige.
Avatar, The Way of Boring.
I was influenced by another creator, and I liked her setup, but most importantly, I liked her color. And she said, and this is Desert Beige from Sherwin-Williams. I'm like, done.
And it looks
That's
good.
what I'm looking for.
Like we're making fun of the name, not the color. The color looks great.
Yeah,
I know,
absolutely. It does look great. Yeah, I don't think anybody would be able to tell the actual color of the wall behind me.
No, probably not.
Virtually impossible.
Yeah. Next, of course, our producer extraordinaire, do not imit him either, Hammond Chamberlain.
Hello, how's everyone doing tonight?
How's your wall?
Hello.
Oh, my wall's full of pictures and albums and posters and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hammond and our other producer, Anthony Lemos, aka Amos.
Hello. Just so we're clear, I am open source. You can imitate me all you want.
Yes, that's why I didn't say that about Amos, because it's right there. AMOS.
License. Yeah.
Anthony means open source.
He's the Linux of us.
Yes.
Not the worst description I've been called.
If you're watching live and you're like, hey, didn't you guys start a little late? We were just doing a live stream where I was playing pole position on a new Commodore 64. So I apologize for being late. All right, let's get to our first topic, favorite story of the year. Each of our panelists has picked their favorite music story of the year. Even though we haven't been doing DMH the entire year, we've all been following music all year long. So, Ibbott, lead us off. What's your favorite music story of 2025 so far?
This was fantastic, and big thanks to Hammond for finding this article and making sure it was in our show notes and treating it as our water skiing squirrel, our final article of the episode. Death metal band Vitriol's entire lineup, including a guitarist Keith Marrow, drummer Andy Vincenzetti, and bassist Brett Lyer, quit the band and abandoned frontman Kyle Rasmussen at a Vermont gas station. The band is still on their tour, which is dubbed the Liberation Through Punishment Tour, but their future is uncertain.
So, did he just go on stage alone after that?
The rest of the band went on stage.
They left him at the gas station and kept going. Okay, gotcha. I got it.
They left him. I was going to say they left him and their dog or cat or some pet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Girlfriend and some pet. And just had enough and said,
the front man's pet.
Yeah.
Front man's
pet.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At least they gave him that.
And the guy, this lead singer dude, Kyle Rasmussen, posted a near crying Instagram post describing the situation and saying, I didn't think there was anything going on. I didn't think things were that bad. And so I think this is a great idea for bands that just need to drop a lead singer. Just leave them at a gas station during a stop. tour bus stop.
I'm never going on a road trip with any of y'all because I'm afraid I might get left somewhere.
Just don't be
Sure,
the front
yeah.
man. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Conversely, I welcome you dropping me off in the middle of nowhere, just as long as I have my wallet, because I'll just take that as another adventure. And
Sure.
you know, like let's do it.
Very good.
That's
All right.
I don't know. That's a little worse than like when Metallica told Dave Mustaine to leave,
Yeah.
because at least they told him to leave.
Told him to leave.
And they bought him a bus ticket.
Yeah,
They might not have meant it, right? They told him. This group meant it.
yeah.
Right. Right.
All right. Let's get to your favorite story of 2025. Eileen Rivera, what is it?
The boys are back in town, man. BTS has officially finished their military service. This was a big deal in June. All will be right when they tour in 2026. So that's just like a day as a fan we were all waiting for, and it has finally arrived. And they have the biggest comeback anticipation, I believe, in the industry for next year, and I hope that they don't. They won't succumb to the pressure, but it's going to be a big comeback next year. So the fact that they got into the studio, they recorded an album, they're practicing, like everything from June on has been glorious. So that has been the biggest thing for not only me personally, but for K-pop and music, and K-pop specifically and the country of Korea, but music too, because they're going to affect those top 10 best of year, all these things I'm seeing this year. I'll just wait till next year. So I'm very excited.
Are you getting behind the scenes footage of the BTS?
Behind the scenes?
Yeah,
What do you mean
BTS.
behind the scenes?
BTS
Am I getting
behind the scenes.
behind-
BTS.
They're
right.
giving us BTS behind the scenes stuff because they're going live all the time and just sharing stuff or just.
They just
acting
did drunk
busy, so-
karaoke this morning, right?
They did do a little drunk karaoke this morning. V sang "Fly Me to the Moon" because he just loves old standards like that. But yeah, so for me that was the biggest thing, and yeah, selfishly for me, but it's going to affect the music industry next year. There's going to be a lot of talk. So, and there was a lot of talk, and there's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork that are like, there was this. There's been some controversy with Simon Cowell's. New male group. I don't even know who they are, but one of them was like, "Oh yeah, BTS, they suck." Like literally said that. I'm like, do not give them. Everybody in ARMY world is like, don't give them any press. They're just trying to get any kind. They're just trying to, get on the coattails, because if you say anything negative, of course it's gonna, percolate and people are going to run with it. But that just comes with the game of being the kings of K-pop. So they got to deal with these like negative
Posers.
people.
Posers.
Yeah,
Say it.
posers.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, every big artist gets that, right? Every big artist has their like, oh, they suck, they're not as good anymore, or they were never that good. I'm like, okay, well, the trophies and the records say
beg to differ.
otherwise.
Yeah.
So, and the money, like, I don't know, maybe y'all just jealous, but yeah. So, big comeback next year, and that made some waves, I think.
Nice.
Got it. Well, I'll miss you at Nerdtacular when you're in Korea for BTS.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Festa is June 13th, and it's kind of a big one. It's, anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that is.
It's kind of a
that is
big
Sophie's
deal.
choice right there. Yes.
I know.
No, I don't think so. I think it was pretty clear cut for her.
You think? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Hanging
right.
out with a bunch of nerds in Utah or going to Korea. I think she didn't even think twice.
I just don't know why Nerdtacular isn't in Seoul this year. I mean, Scott,
I know. Yeah.
Scott has Korean brothers and sisters.
That's true. Yeah.
Somebody think
yeah.
of the kimchi.
Yeah, exactly. He could probably get a pretty good deal on some space there. All right, Hammond, what about you? What's your big story of 2025?
Okay, so this was another one of those stories that when I saw, I had to point to Brian. And as Brian put it was a true testament of the human spirit. It was Carly Pierce, the country singer, was hospitalized after she cut her finger opening a ranch bottle. The piece of glass cut into her thumb. She was seen by a medic and transported by ambulance She ended up with stitches in the crease of her thumb. She said that her assistant nearly had to shave her left armpit for her. She made a TikTok, and although it was good that she went to the hospital, she seemed to take it all in stride and good humor. This is just, I laughed and laughed, and the video she made is so funny.
Yeah.
She seemed like a very, very good spirited, humorous person. And
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, when we saw the video, it made it hard to laugh at her. You were definitely laughing with her, but just the comical nature of cutting your thumb on a bottle of ranch dressing. I would have said whiskey. Like I would have said, I would have made up something.
You would have
said,
made up a different
oh,
thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I cut it whittling.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Right.
All right, Amos, you got to round us out. Bring it home. What's your top story?
All right, so the story is Spotify rolled out an expanded song credits, now showing everyone involved in a track, from engineers to mixers to songwriters and featured artists. They also introduced Song DNA, an interactive view that highlights connections through samples, covers, and collaborators. It was my favorite story because when in a world where we have all these different ways to consume music, and you're always trying to find which service is better and which one does this and everything, this is the kind of innovation that music lovers like myself want. We want to be able to do research on the track we're listening to in the app in which we're listening to the track.
Yeah.
Don't make me have to wiki this song or, genius the song. Just give it all to me right. Oh, I'm already in your app. The information is already out there. You can put more information about the song into the track right there on my phone. Do that. And this is like, yes, this is what I'm looking for. This is why I want more out of my music apps than just playing music. I want the other information. I want the behind the stories. If you can give me pop-up video on my phone for every song, do that. That's what I want.
Talking about building engagement, like instead of it being just like this passive thing that you're listening to, you'll hear this like bloop, and you'll look over at your phone to see this lyric means such and such, or this part of the song was influenced by this. It's like, oh, that's great. I'd love to hear or love to see stuff like that.
The next step after this is being able to say, well, what beef did
Drake and Kendrick Lamar?
No, I'm thinking like that's more recent. I'm thinking more like
George
Southern
Harrison
Man
in the Eagles, you start breaking
Donna
down the Eagles,
Henley.
like
Right.
Did they ever spit lyrics at each other?
Or Sting and everybody?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
Sting
really
and
pissed off a
Sting.
lot of people, huh?
He really has, yeah.
But yeah, if like you can go back and Phil Collins, like he's got tons of little drop lines here and there that signal back to things. And John Fogerty he'd did an entire album about one producer.
Oh,
Yeah. Like
I mean,
little things
new-
like that. Like bring me those stories in the way that I can hear the music in the order it was released and learn the story of how this beef went through, or this couple came together and then they separated, and these are the songs that brought them together. These songs that tore them apart.
Fleetwood Mac's
I'm talking to
rumors.
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fleetwood Mac's rumors would just be there'd be more reading content than music content for that one. But I was thinking of Lily Allen's brand new album, which is all like it's a diss album instead of a diss track, but it is a David Harbour diss album from him. Apparently cheating on her, and features recreations of voicemails, and oh my gosh, it's great, but it's vitriolic. It's
Don't cross Lily Allen.
do not. Oh gosh, no. Yeah,
No.
this is it's a little red
Well,
flag.
there was,
too.
I mean, think about like if you went through a Taylor Swift playlist based on her breakups and makeups and things like that, like with a little pop-up video. Bloop, bloop. This was about
that'd be
so and so,
great.
or this was
Yeah.
about
Oh yeah.
so-and-so.
The thing is, like, how do you sort the wheat from the chaff with that, right? Because there's the things that are confirmed true. There's the things we all know are true. We're pretty sure they're true. But then there's the ones that are like, that might be true, but they say it's not, but I don't know.
But
so
Tom, we live in a
Slider
world
bar.
of
You have a slider
AI
bar.
where it can conglomerate all those different.
where it can just make
interviews.
up all the facts. You're right.
Right. There you go. Just have AI come up with whatever. It
Well,
thinks.
if you go
Have a
to
little slider
Genius,
bar.
if you go to Genius, like there, breaks down the lyrics, and there's a lot of those artists that have gone through and like this is artist confirmed, artist confirmed. Artist
Yeah.
confirmed.
I was
You
thinking
know?
like a red light system where it's like green means like artist confirmed, yellow means everyone pretty much thinks it's true. All evidence points to it being true. And then red is like may not be true, but everybody's
it's just carrying down the street in her cats, but we had to put it in here anyway.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yes.
But I mean,
There's-
these are things that I want to see in apps, especially if you're dealing with media. They're doing it with what is it the pop up things on Amazon Video. You can see who's doing what and all that
X-ray.
kind of-
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
do
Right.
that with music. Do it with the media that I
Yeah.
love so much.
For sure.
YouTube.
You know?
Yeah,
YouTube could do
'cause-
it so easily.
Yeah,
You know how sometimes you hear something and you're like, it really sounds like, and it's just, I just want to know the sample, and they don't always cite it, but you know that, or maybe they do as a producer credit, whatever. But it's like, no, I know that that's a song.
And
hopefully they can do that.
There are
Yeah.
sites
Tell me.
dedicated, just like Genius is dedicated to lyrics. There's sites dedicated to who mixed in with what and everything else.
Yeah.
Incorporate them. Don't brush them out of the business.
Totally.
Bring that
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
into the app.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like this is what I want, and this is Spotify made a huge step towards that this year, and that's why it's my story of the year.
Yeah. Nice.
That's cool.
I'll just throw out Golden, or just K-pop Demon Hunters in general as the story of the year. Just huge, unexpectedly huge.
Yeah.
Like I remember Eileen and I watching it the weekend it came out and going like, oh, that was fun. They hit a lot of tropes. Like this is clearly for kids, but still enjoyable. Had a good time. I bet this is the last we'll talk about it.
Do you think the Netflix numbers are going to skyrocket with all the kids home from school for Christmas vacation? Like, is it going to be on repeat for the next 2 weeks before kids go back to school?
I don't know. Are kids still that obsessed with it? Maybe. I don't know.
think so.
It's
Yeah.
still it is still in the top 5 as far as
Yeah,
chart.
yeah.
And my 13-year-old
And it's fighting the holiday. It's fighting its way upstream against Mariah and
fact, last
Kelly
week-
Clarkson, and
In fact, this week it was the only non-holiday song in the top 5.
right.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our top 5 of the year. These are your top 5 songs of the year. You could draw them from stats if you want to be a stats person. It could be totally qualitative if you just want to pick the ones you like. But we'll start with you, Ibbott. What's your top 5?
Sure. Mine are going to be songs. These were the songs that really got me to check out more music from a lot of these artists. In some cases, other cases, they were artists that I was familiar with, but maybe only a little bit familiar with. The first one is Man Get Out by Wet Leg. Wet Leg is the band. Probably most people know them for Chaise Longue a few years ago.
We saw them
Demon
open
Church.
for Harry Styles, I think.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I saw their Glastonbury set, and they're a very compelling group to watch. At least I found them to be. Really enjoyed their style, but yeah, Wet Leg. I really enjoyed the rest of the album, but that song really stuck out for me. Sam Fender and Olivia Dean, who are just huge, brand new powerhouses, got together and did a song called "Rain Me In," which is excellent. It's more acoustic than electronic, and it's really, really good. I've expounded upon my love for Lola Young many times in DMH live streams, and I'm going to do it one more time. She came out with an album called Not Like That Anymore. Or no, I'm Only Effing Myself is the name of the album. The song that contains that line is called Not Like That Anymore. But the song from that album that really resonated with me was one called Dealer. It's a very sparse, clean presentation of a song. There's not a lot of instrumentation, and you get a real showcase for her voice and her style. Euro Country by CMAT. This was a total discovery. I'd never heard of CMAT before hearing this song, and I was immediately just transfixed. It begins with Gallagher, like whatever, it's what Irish people call the Irish language, not Gaelic, but Gaelish, or
However you pronounce it in
however you
Irish.
pronounce
Yeah.
it. Exactly. And then he goes into English and talking about the troubles, Ireland's troubles, and she is man, she has got a self-confidence that won't quit. I watched her on Jules Holland's Later, where there's another song that's a hit for them called Take a Sexy Picture of Me. And she's great. She is just awesome. But the big one for me this year, and was actually my top song in my Apple Music replay, is The Last Dinner Party. This is The Killer speaking. This is it's half Susie and the Banshees, half feels like it's from a musical. It's dark and moody and brooding and almost violent at times, and it is really, really good. And this is a new band that I've just found a couple of years ago, and now I'm obsessed with them.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Really loved Last Dinner Party.
So these are great, and these are different. I like that. I like that it's exposing folks listening to different sort of things.
Yeah, that's I enjoyed The Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift. I enjoyed some other stuff.
Sure.
That was a little bit more mainstream, but these grabbed me and didn't let go.
Yeah. Very good. All right, Eileen, I know you took a little different tactic on the top 5 with
I did.
music
I wasn't
events.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
talked about
This is
events,
great.
and there were just some moments, and I don't have 5, guys. I just
That's all right.
I was trying to think really quickly because I wasn't sure what I would choose, and then I just thought of certain moments. And you remember when Katy Perry and that whole group of women went to space? My favorite response came from Mariah Carey, and for you guys, I shared a link here with her response. She had an interview on the BBC, and I don't even remember why the interviewer brought it up, but she's like, wait, she went to where did she go in space? Like, Mariah was so just calm and just sitting there like, oh, so she went to orbit, like that, right? and then she didn't go to space. And then the interviewer was like, he was like, well, would you want to do something like that? And she's like, oh no, I think I've done enough. Like the way she just, I'm not giving, enough credit to the way she just deadpan, it was her own snarky response, but it was so calm and
was
just
great.
a matter of fact. It was one of my favorite responses to that whole situation that everybody was just like up in arms about. And I was like, just leave it to Mariah to just, that's what we're all thinking. Like,
So you liked Mariah's response better than the fast food chain Wendy's response?
Oh, those were pretty funny. All of those social media responses were pretty hilarious.
Can
at
we
the
send
time.
her back? Yeah.
Yeah, can we send her back? It's just such a ridiculous moment.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Anyway, and then I remember where I was when I heard about that whole Coldplay incident and that couple that got caught, and I was just like, oh my God. I remember telling Tom, like, this is crazy. And then you were like, no, wait, it like 24 hours later,
we were
is
driving
crazy.
and you were trying to explain it to me.
I was trying to explain this.
And I was like,
oh
wait,
my
so-
God,
okay,
this is
and
so
then, yeah.
funny.
Within 3 hours we got where we were going, and it was like the biggest thing in all of humanity. It was
So funny. And we were headed to see Jin from BTS, and that next night he had basically in his concerts he has games. It's not just him singing. There's interactive parts, and we had to guess the secret word, or he had to guess the secret word, and we had to do like charades and do that, and everybody was doing this.
because the word was Coldplay, right?
The word was Coldplay. Everybody
Yeah.
was doing this, and he did a collaboration with Coldplay. And we were like, does he know? Does he know? Because it just happened the night before, and he knew. He was
yeah,
like,
he knew.
oh, you mean my bro? Okay. The word is Coldplay. Everybody's like, yeah. And you can see video of people. Everybody was doing this, and like,
Yeah.
it was just so funny because everybody knew. In that room, it had been less than 24 hours that it
right
happened.
away.
Everybody
Yeah.
knew. Everybody knew. And then my other thing is just the Super Bowl picks, Kendrick this year, I'm so excited for Bad Bunny next year. And I'm so excited for all the like controversy that it that it stirred. It just, right now we're so divided, our country, and Latino music is huge, and some people just, maybe you don't listen, but it is huge. And isn't he like the biggest artist on Spotify this year? Like he beat Taylor.
Yeah.
And I just think these picks are brilliant.
Yeah.
And I believe they're Jay-Z's picks, his company. And I think he's doing a good job. I think we've had really good Super Bowl performers. I love The Weeknd, and I'm trying to remember, some of the past performers, but of recent years, because of course Prince, I always remember Prince. But I just, I think they're nailing it with these choices, and there's a lot more context around it too. But
That was a good pick because Kendrick was so strong.
Oh my
with the
God.
Super Bowl this year, and it was so well done. And then Bad Bunny's such a good pick. Like he's just so immensely popular, and his songs are great, and he's a great entertainer, and he's going to put on another fantastic show. So yeah.
Who was it? Was it Bad Bunny that did the cover of the song that we talked about on the news, Brian?
Do you remember how long ago was this?
Just a couple weeks ago. We did. It was.
Was it Bad Bunny who did that one song about the one thing?
God. No, we actually did the Caribbean
Tom.
tour because of it.
Oh no, it wasn't Bad Bunny.
Oh, okay.
No, it was enough to make us look at the Island Music Billboard 100 chart, which, like, all right, well, we need a chart. We always try and put a different chart on Wednesdays, but
you still haven't chosen the chart that I want you to do.
the prog metal chart.
Yeah.
Yes. Someday, Hammond. Someday.
And then I just have one more. This one's personal. So as I've already mentioned, BTS is one of my favorite groups. And I went to see J-Hope, one of the members, in concert. And I took this video at his concert of the fireworks at the end of the show. And I posted it on Instagram. And just everybody, your favorite artists are looking online. They really are. They've got their own phones, and they're seeing what's being talked about. He shared my fireworks video of his show on his stories, and he liked my post. So I have a link. I have a link to one of my favorite groups, and I'll never forget. That was like my own personal.
So
I'll never
cool.
forget that. And that was night one, and then I went to night two, and there was some friends of mine that I ran into, like, oh my God, J-Hope shared your post. I'm like, I know, I don't know what happened, but anyway, that's my. Just know, people, they are looking. If your post is popular enough, they might, there it is. They might, and it is my most viewed reel on Instagram at 3.2 million views because of J-Hope, obviously.
So cool.
So it is beautiful, and you can see him performing there on the background, and the fireworks are going off. I had a great seat. That's thanks to my friend Val, who she likes to, if we're not going to get close seats, she likes to sit directly across from the stage, kind of higher up, because at BMO Stadium, they usually do fireworks. And so that's why I got that really nice shot. And I was like, this is really pretty. I think I should post it. Had no idea. And I had 5 people. It was 11:30 or 11, close to midnight. And people were pinging me did you see? I'm like, what are you talking about? J-Hope shared your post. I was like, what are you? And I was like, oh, I took about 30 screenshots because I wasn't sure.
Right.
I was like, wait, is this real? And it really was. And so he doesn't share too many fan posts, a lot. So I feel like
Only the best ones. Yeah.
I had to, I felt like he thought I had a good eye, and I'm like, that's all I needed to know. I had a good shot, I had a good eye, and that's why he wanted to share it.
That's
So.
cool.
And that guy is really creative and really, he's really into, I don't know, he's aesthetics and design and stuff. So if he thinks that looked good, that was really good. So there, that made my year, and it was only half the year.
Nice.
What is that?
Somebody on Facebook
somebody else shared
posted
mine.
about him sharing your post.
That's what happens. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why I put my name, my Instagram name, on those videos just in case it
Smart.
gets shared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
smart
just so
thing.
you know. I learned from other people's, stories to do that. So.
Foibles.
Yeah, because wait, that's my video. Why did you swipe that? Stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
But Anyway.
All right, Hammond.
All
what
right.
about your top 5?
All right, so I picked songs, and my first one is Ice Nine Kills the laugh track. It's set to the video set to tribute 1989 Batman. He's dressed as the Joker, and I would like to see him be a Joker. He's really looks great as a Joker. This song is kind of like a heavy version of Panic at the Disco meets Cookie Monster and Yelly vocals, but it's fantastic, and they sample Danny Elfman's score in the song. It's fantastic. My next one is Cenotaph by Ghost. It's got great lyrics. This album of Skeleton it's just a gift that keeps on giving. I don't think I've stopped listening to this album since it came out in like March or April.
Is Cenotaph the song they put on Tiny Vinyl?
No, that is not. That is I think that one's gosh, which one is it? I'd have to go look,
That's
but
right.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not Cenotaph. No.
Okay.
It's not the one from Tiny Vinyl. Then my next one is it's a new age album called by Blue Landscapes, and the album is Forever the Sea, but the title track Forever the Sea is absolutely one of my favorite pieces of music. It's a piano and a flute, and it's something that I listen to while I'm working. It's something I listen to when I'm trying to relax. I really, really like this piece of music. I really like this album, but this piece of music really stood out. And then I'd get teased if I didn't put Night Terror by Dream Theater from their new album on this list. And again, they've come back with Mike Portnoy, and they kind of nailed this album. So it's nice to see him doing stuff kind of creative again. And then a bunch of friends of mine are in a band called Stretch Armstrong, and they released a new song after like 15 years or something crazy like that, 15, 20 years, called American Berserker. And it's a third wave of ska tune, and I haven't stopped listening to it either. So kind of a schizophrenic top 5, but it's very much me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's a good top 5. Again, like lots of stuff for people to explore there, right? And find new stuff.
Right.
I like it.
Very
All
good.
right, Amos, can you top these 3 top 5s that we just got?
Can you top the top?
I'm gonna get emotional.
Ooh, okay.
So my top 5 songs. These are not my top 5 most listened to songs. Other than the first one is obviously we'll talk about later, is my most listened to song. All the others meant something for me for the year. The first one is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Huge song beginning of the year, all the controversy, everything else, just I loved it. It really enjoyed. I enjoy good rap battle, but for the way that it panned out that time, classic moments in music history. The next one is Make Me Bad by Korn. And there was a lot of time this summer where I was spending many hours with no one to talk to, and I'm basically just observing people, which lends your brain to think inwardly. And I did a lot of self reflection this year. And while Make Me Bad is not necessarily indicative of the results of that self exploration, it's definitely the kind of music that puts me in the mood for that looking inward and find out, what am I holding myself back from, and where can I go better at in the future. The song Labor by Paris Paloma. This is a song I heard on TikTok. It's probably a song most people won't recognize by name, but once you hear it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's got a story to it about a woman who is trying to escape an abusive relationship and doesn't want her child to succumb to the same fate she has. And it's a remark on society. It fits right along with, say, what's that show with the red hoods and all that stuff?
Oh, The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's
Yeah.
Tale. It's kind of almost a theme song for
Interesting.
Handmaid's Tale,
Wow.
and it's beautiful. Like listening to it, if you're just listening to it in the background, it's just like, wow, this is really good. And then you start looking into the lyrics, and I was like, oh, what? What am I listening to? This is horrible. But I'm always up for a women empowering song, and this is definitely that. This is definitely
Is Paris Ploma? I don't recognize her name. Was she part of another band, or has she
I
just
have
always been a solo artist?
No idea. The
Okay.
only thing that I can find that she's ever published is this, but I haven't looked in a
Wow.
while. But this is, and there's 3 different versions of the song on the EP. Yeah, they're all good. It's powerful. It's amazing, and I recommend anybody listen to it. And then this year has been a year where I've been trying to express not express, but understand other people's views. And the best song for me to do that this year was No Rain by Blind Melon. It's a song about kind of just accepting your life the way it is and not wanting to change, and knowing that it's not perfect, and knowing that there's better out there, but that you're happy with what you have. And then you combine that with a video with the little bumblebee girl running around.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs. It's like, just be happy with what you have. You know, there's better out there, but there's definitely worse out there. And sometimes you just want to splash in the puddles and have a good cry, you know? And then the last one is purely a remark on politics, Civil War by GNR. Man, I listened to this song as a teenager, you know, back in the 90s. I understood the words. Now looking back at almost 50, I feel the meaning. You know, it's a very different song, and it's quickly becoming my Guns N' Roses my favorite Guns N' Roses song of all time. Which means something, because I was the biggest GNR fan in high school ever, and for me to, like, at 40, almost 49 now, listen to the song, and it's just it means so much more, and I understand it so much more. I'm like, damn, Axl Rose actually meant something in half his lyrics. Oh crap.
This has got the Cool Hand Luke quote at the
Yes.
front, right?
And at the end.
Yeah. It's from Nobody's Child Romanian Angel Appeal, which was a fundraising CD for children in Romania who were starving at the time. Because I was working in radio when this came out, and they were trying to get us to add Civil War, and we're like, but it's like a fundraising CD. Like, is it going to be that good of a song? Did they give it, you know? And then we listened to it. We're like, damn, that's a really good song. You know?
They didn't just use some throwaway thing for the parody deal. Yeah.
Use Illusion 2, it was the opening track on that album, and the 2 albums, they sound a lot alike, but there's very different intent behind them, and it really sets the stage for that album. But just the song itself and listening to it, it's here. It's what we are. It's what we're living right now. So that's my top 5 for the year. Not only song that came out this year was Not Like Us, because even Labor came out last year. But all the others are back from the 90s and early 2000s.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, something can be your favorite of 2025
For
without
sure.
having come out in 2025.
Yeah, ask Ferris Bueller. Twist and Shout was not new.
Right. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. I'll do a quick top 5 concerts that I liked this year. Bubbling Under, Day 6 in Blackpink for different reasons. Blackpink doesn't bust in the top 5 because it wasn't new, but it was still very enjoyable. Day 6 I just didn't know enough and then I saw them, and now I love them. But I wouldn't want to pretend like I'm such a huge Day 6 fan. But Jenny from Blackpink did a solo show at the Peacock Theater that was so good. Just so, like, the album is great and the execution on stage was fantastic. We just saw Cat's Eye at the Hollywood Palladium, and back me up, Eileen. Like,
Yeah,
they're
great.
They're the real deal. They're
They're
real.
gonna just
yeah.
get better. They're gonna get better.
You
They're
felt like you were at a stadium show,
I mean,
but you were in a tiny little place. Yeah.
if they keep having good songs and stay healthy, they're gonna be bigger than Spice Girls. That's what I think. But you know, they're in that class. They're in that class.
No, I mean,
It's a new
listen,
generation. They're such a diverse group.
I got obsessed with them after that Making the Band documentary on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Are you gonna get the
Yeah.
Cat's Eye action figures?
As soon as they're available, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, you need to go to Jollibee and get their meals.
What if I just do cat's eyes on my eyes?
Sure.
Okay, sure.
And whatever
Yeah.
whatever works for you, Amos.
How about their tiny vinyl even right there?
Hey, look at
Oh, look at
Not
that.
my, that's not my giant hand holding a regular size record. That's my regular size
So
hand
that's
holding.
that's what a tiny vinyl looks like. I saw those on Target. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
ooh.
They're, you know,
Is that
they're
the whole
limited-
album or is it just the
No,
one song?
just
It's
2 songs.
Gabriella.
It's,
Okay.
But
it
now I'm upset
is-
because they ripped off my wife's nickname, Beautiful Chaos.
just for the album.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, you know, it's got a little sleeve inside, and
Oh,
then you've got your
cute.
Hey,
red
oh, and your
vinyl
tiny
album
vinyl.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
That's great.
cute.
Exactly.
So
and
cute.
it's Gabriella and Man in the Middle on the other side.
Okay.
Jin did a concert in Anaheim. That's my next one. I love Jin and I loved his songs and I knew I'd have a great time. I didn't think it would stick with me as much as it has. I often just find myself thinking back to that concert and how much fun it was and how much fun it was to be around the other people who are fans and all of that. That was a great time. J-Hope from BTS also did a concert at BMO Stadium. We talked about it earlier because he's best friends with my wife now. But that is the show that I would tell everyone, if you want to go see a solo show of a member of BTS and know you're going to enjoy it, see J-Hope. Like he just appeals to a massive, wide spectrum of people. Everybody is everybody on this panel would enjoy that show, no matter what your musical tastes. And then my number one was seeing LE SSERAFIM, both in Vegas and here in Los Angeles, because I love those girls. They're fantastic, and it was just great to see them up close and personal, and see them doing their thing on stage.
It's cool.
All right, let's get to finish up with our Wrapped. Could be Spotify or Tidal or Apple Music, whatever you listen to. Top artist, top song, and any other stat you want to throw out there as well. Starting with you, Ibbot.
Yeah, I wish Apple Replay would give me my listening age, because I love that feature of Spotify, and I'm jealous that I want to see my listening age. Top artist this year for me was the Divine Comedy. They came out with a brand new album in September, and I put that thing on repeat and never looked back. It was so good. There were a few artists that I listened to more for soundography, just because they have bigger catalogs and racked up more hours. But the first non-soundography item in my list was the Divine Comedy. And then top song, most listened to song for me was the one I mentioned a minute ago. This is The Killer Speaking by Last Dinner Party. I apparently played through that thing close to 35 times.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. Fantastic. So I imagine we can guess, Eileen, but go ahead.
Well, you know what? I wasn't sure they were going to be my top artist, but because they released a live album this year, I think that's what pushed them over the edge. So yeah, of course, BTS. Actually, I can't say of course. Last year it was not BTS. It was it was a member of BTS. But anyway, I wish I was like sweating it. I was like, I don't know, they might not be the top this year, but they were. So BTS is my top artist. My top song is a song by LE SSERAFIM. It's called Hot. I really like that song. It might have been Spaghetti if that came out earlier in the year, but I played Hot so much because that came out in March. And you know, shouldn't be surprised because I listen to K-pop all the time, especially on Spotify, that my listening age, man, I'm about to enter freshman year in high school, or freshman year in college, or senior year in high school. I'm 18. Right. Yeah.
Awesome. The Alice Cooper listening age right there.
Yeah, the Alice Cooper listening age right there.
And I like it.
Yeah, do they just assume that because you like so much K-pop that you must be 18? It just feels
that
like
must be the way it
it's
works.
such
Yeah.
such an inference for it to take.
The thing is, like, my Spotify is where I discover other like Korean artists and things like that. So that's why I do that. Sure. And then I have a few Sabrinas and a few Taylors and recently Olivia Dean, but they're all young, you know. Now my Apple Music, I mean, I'm definitely like an 80s child there because I listen to a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire and like, I don't know, TLC or whatever.
Sure.
You know, there's like, that's where I listen to a lot of my more heritage music. And I, in my brain, I really do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to listen to like 80s music. I just go straight to Apple. I don't go to Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't
use
want to.
one-
I need a grown-up platform.
Right.
I
It's
just-
almost like,
but
it's
the
almost
thing
like
is,
having a separate Netflix
Two separate
profile
accounts.
for your
Something reliable but a little boring. Let me go with Apple.
right.
I mean,
right.
my top artist over at it's still K-pop still. Like I still listen to a lot of La Seraphim on my Apple Music, but if you like some of my top songs, I'm like, oh, wow, what year is this? It was like a time warp or something.
This
Interesting.
really makes me want to do a little experiment in 2026 where the only things I will listen to on Spotify are Spice Girls songs just to
Ooh.
see what it says my listening
What your age is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm wondering what else you would get recommended.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have the like daily, what is it? The Discover Weekly. Like
They would
what
start
happens?
throwing
there.
up a bunch of 90s
I mean,
pop your way.
I would say that, or even I'd see Cat's Eye probably getting
and
recognized.
yeah,
too.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Modern.
Time to
girl
grow up.
group
Here's
and
some
stuff.
cat's eye, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
All
Time to
right.
Move out of the greatest decade, Brian.
From the young at heart to Hammond.
No.
All right. So I didn't realize it until I got my Wrapped, but I listened to a whole butt ton of Steve Vai this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did
Stevie
not,
Vai.
I had no idea that I listened to as much Steve Vai as I did.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
I listened to a ton of Steve Vai. My top song of the year, I mentioned it from earlier, was "Forever the Sea" by Blue Landscapes. And when I got to my listening age, I was kind of surprised until I looked at the rest of my list, and they listed me at 76 as my listening age. And the reason is, I guess I listened to a whole lot of yacht rock too.
Oh,
Yacht
sure.
Rock.
So
Okay.
Doobie Brothers,
Yeah.
Steely Dan, Hall & Oates. I mean, it was all
Okay.
this kind of
okay.
yacht
Yeah.
rock stuff. And so I guess they figured I was just old, really, really old.
Well, to be 76, you'd have to be born in 1949.
Yeah, but my parents were
So
in
yacht
their-
rock is even a little old or a little new for somebody
Right,
that's
it's like-
76.
Okay,
So
but
that
if you think
modern
about it,
Hall &
though-
Oates music.
But if you think about it though, Steely Dan and the Doobie Brothers and stuff like that, that all came out when my parents were in their prime radio listening
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
I
they're
get
in
you.
their mid 70s to early 80s.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, we've covered both ends of the spectrum on age from Spotify. Unfortunately, Amos, you don't use Spotify, I guess,
I do
right?
not.
No,
No,
too
Apple
bad.
Music.
But what do you got for us?
Top artist, no big surprise here, Metallica, because coming off of the double concert last year, and just
Yeah.
listened to a lot of it. About to start a little podcast project with Metallica, not the band, but about Metallica.
You and Dave
Whoa.
Mustaine.
Yeah, me and Dave Mustaine. and Jason.
with Jason Newsted as producer.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. Yes.
Honestly, though, call me. I'd do it. I would
Yeah.
totally do it.
Yeah.
And then my top song of the year was Not Like Us, like I already said before. I played it nonstop until I memorized it. And then once I memorized it, the video came out and I played that nonstop. And yeah. And then as far as another little fact, I don't think I actually used Spotify at all this entire year, which might be a first in
Really?
quite a while. Didn't listen to it at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
usually I at least check it out once in a while. This year wasn't even a thing.
Well, I'll keep it short. I also don't use Spotify. I just use Apple Music and YouTube. And my top artist on both was La Seraphim, and my top song on Apple Music was "Come Over," not "Hot." The B-side.
Well, I was gonna say if you put them together, it's "Come Over Hot," which
Yeah.
that's an order.
"Come Over's" music
a request.
video was a collab with Android as well.
Okay.
What is Apple Music's like end of year thing? What
Replay.
is it called?
Replay.
Oh, replay.
Yeah,
okay.
replay.
I'm just like I can't.
It's on the home
also-
screen. It's about 95% of the way down to the bottom.
Okay, is that where it is?
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like, geez,
I
where
had to
is
do
it?
All the
Yeah.
scrolling past
Yeah, they
90s
give you a
alternative
pop up
and
the
jelly
first
roll.
time,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's up to you. Yeah.
The first day, so the first time they give you a pop up, and you have to acknowledge or whatever to get around it. Then, like the rest of that day, it's on top of your list, and then it disappears.
Yeah, I just couldn't find it. I was like, so I'm like trying search terms. Top. I'm like, it's not wrapped. I don't know. I was like, what is this? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Did we get any emails about people's stories about the
Well, you wanted
Whamageddon?
to know about Whamageddon because you're still in it, right?
I'm still
Amos?
Oh yeah, who's still in
I'm still
Whamageddon? I'm
alive.
still
Really?
I'm still surviving so
I'm still
far.
alive, yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I apparently escaped by the nape of my neck because
Yeah.
Eileen
You
and
did
I were
not
at
hear it.
Universal Studios in Hollywood, and she says that it played in my vicinity, and she kept her mouth shut to see if I would notice, and I didn't. So
Oh, great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So either I'm deaf or just don't pay a lot of attention. But
You blacked it out. Or you
I am
blocked
not.
it
I'm
out.
not trying
Yeah.
to lie. That's against the spirit of the game. I want to have the good story, but I
Like
escaped.
I said, if you lie about this, it's like cheating at solitaire. It just
Yeah,
doesn't-
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I walked into so the last time I heard the song was in Petco on the day before the season started on November 30th, late at night on November 30th. I walked back into Petco this week. I think it was like Monday or something. Walked in and they were talking about Whamageddon. And I was like, "Oh, really? You guys play Whamageddon?" They were like, "Yeah, the song just played, knocked us all out."
Oh wow! Just before you walked in.
Just before I walked in.
Wow, that is close.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been really lucky so far this year, but I got some errands to run and stuff like that this weekend, and it's not. I don't think it's going to work out very well.
Any good stories of how the rest of you got knocked out?
For me,
it was- yeah,
for
go
me,
ahead.
it was the morning of December 1st.
Oh,
Stacy turns on the Sonos in the sunroom, and it's the first song that played. I didn't stand up.
Wow.
mine. Yeah, I think mine was pretty early. It was either the second or the third. I was scrolling, and I have a lot of. My feed is filled with dogs that
Festive?
dogs that are looking for homes. And especially for the holidays. And so one I would say dog influencer I follow, that was the background song. I was looking at it like, oh, how cute. Let me press heart. I really hope this dog gets adopted. What song is this?
Oh, there you go.
Did you make a comment?
No, because I want the dog to get adopted. But I was just like, ah.
Is a dog influence an arfluencer?
Oh, yeah, maybe. It should be an
Arfluencer?
arfluencer.
A little rough.
Wolfluencer?
Yeah, but-
Okay, yeah.
Rough
I'll workshop
influencer.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You need to pause that.
Yeah, just wag it
All
off for another
right,
day.
Okay, nine of those is enough.
Winner.
Yeah, I did. I was doing a trivia quiz where it was like popular Christmas songs backwards, and and heard Last Christmas backwards. I don't know if it counts, but I'm gonna say because I listened
Really?
to I did the backwards, and then to confirm that I got the thing right,
You had
I
to,
played-
yeah,
I
okay.
had to play the whole set forwards. I'm like, well, there we go.
There you
that's
go.
it.
The nice thing
Yeah.
is when he played it for everybody else during the actual competition,
I didn't play it
he
forward.
did not
Yes.
spoil it for everybody else. He actually made
Correct.
a point of not.
Mm-hmm.
So that was him
Exactly.
taking one for the team. The needs
Yeah.
of the many.
Wow.
right.
That's
Yeah.
selfless. Yeah.
It is. It is. You know, I
That's
know
the
covers
true
don't
spirit of
count, but,
Whamageddon right there.
if you hear it backwards, does it count? And if so, could we just listen to the whole song backwards and it'll be fine?
And if you do, does he actually get together with someone this Christmas?
It's called Next Christmas.
Next Christmas. There.
Did it change the whole meaning of the song the way the Eminem album did?
Yes, right, exactly.
Next Christmas, I'll give you my heart.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
It's not a breakup song; it's a promissory song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But the day before, you gave it away, but now you
Yeah.
got it.
Yes. It's a timey-wimey thing.
That's right. Yes.
Well, great. Good roundtable, y'all. Thanks for hanging out and sharing a look back at 2025. If everybody is not aware, you can Get music news every day, Monday through Friday, except on holidays. DailyMusicHeadlines.com for the info, or just search for Daily Music Headlines in your podcast of choice. Round the horn, any last messages for 2025 to the world of music? We'll start with you, Amos.
Don't let others tell you what to listen to. Follow your heart and follow your soul.
Excellent. Hammond?
Remember who you are, what you stand for.
Eileen?
Be good to yourself.
Ibbot?
Go listen to everything that we just recommended.
There you go.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And your ears in the
Stars will
must.
be fine.
That's right.
All right, folks. We will catch you on the flip side of 2026. Bye, everybody.